Alright, it's, I don't know, day 4, day 3, day 5, something. I might have just a minute to vlog here, but I'm at Schwabacher's Landing. So, yeah, we got business time there. It's just past the perfect time to shoot, but I found these flowers, and I was shooting the reflection, which is classic. I found these flowers which are a little bit away, so I'm kind of doing a handheld stacking bit right there, and I'm getting low so that I don't have this stuff in the middle, because that's kind of like negative space that I don't like. So we'll see how that turns out. There was quite a few other photographers here earlier, and influencers, Instagrammers, I don't know, people like me but squirrelier. The sense of entitlement that every photographer innately has is pretty wild. The light is still quite nice, no clouds or anything, but alpenglow's good. Since I'm handheld, since I didn't have time to do anything, I'm at 1/160th of a second, f5.6, auto ISO, underexposed by 1 stop for the sky. Good enough, I guess. We'll see what happens. But the reason why this is like no tripod and unplanned and all that stuff is because we literally ran here because we were just like half a mile down the road shooting elk, and I got some good elk, and I was very happy with that. I don't know if I'm gonna put the elk in this video or if I'm gonna put it in my other wildlife video that I was doing. I'm gonna get back to shooting. Oh, no polarizer too, because I forgot, because I'm a genius. But with the reflection and stuff, you don't really need the polarizer, because who wants to cut through that? All right, I'm gonna see what else is around here. Of course, there's ducks right there in the reflection when I don't have my 500. So I was shooting that way, which is like pretty normal and classic. But then the sun just came up, and check this out. It's like sunstar right there, and then we've got these flowers right here and the river. And I mean, it's not the most amazing shot, especially compared to, you know, that behind me, but I think I'm trying to like put more of a story together of not just the hero shot in like a certain area. You know what I mean? Like just showcase a little bit more, and like not everything is the most epic thing ever, but everything like has its own prettiness, I guess. Maybe beauty is a better word. I don't know. I'm trying not to trample these flowers. I don't know if I'm succeeding. I do know that I would really like to go back to the car to get my 500. But Alan might have locked the car, and I don't have his keys, and he disappeared, and these grebes are coming like right towards me. And they're in absolutely perfect light. I'm gonna walk back and see. Anyways, what a perfect morning. Alright, well, we're still at Schwabacher's Landing. The river's right over there. I just got some mama and baby gadwalls. that was pretty cool. And then the sun was behind me, perfect golden hour light, swimming right up to us. I was like behind some reeds or grass and stuff. Worked out really well. But now, my friend said she heard or saw a rough grouse almost ran her over, like right in this area. So now we're just in the woods looking for rough grouse. There's a lot of yellow warblers and pine siskins right up there. Also, if we see a bear in here, I won't be mad about it. Alright, we're gonna keep on keeping on. Very happy with those gadwall shots though. And the elk this morning, of course. And my wide angle stuff that I had less than 2 minutes to prepare for. They were right there on that log. That was highly successful. Wow. I was just walking this trail right here and I heard the and then they just were running right across this log and just stopped, and they didn't see me, and I got behind this tree and I just stayed there, and then something, and I got the good shot, and then something spooked them, or she just carried on anyways, and she just flew like this, and I had like, wow, her wings just went out perfectly, and I think I got it. I think I nailed it. Wow. Oh my god, look at this. I know the light's horrible now, but that would have been a really good reflection spot, but I didn't come that far down because I didn't have time. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I got the grouse. Oh yeah, the baby gadwalls. That was hilarious with the baby making that weird face. That was while it was like shaking, you know. That was super classic. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna keep walking and see if I can get even more lucky with maybe some yellow warblers or bugs, something. What was that? Oh, that was Alan. All right, I'm gonna keep looking. this is what I've got going on here. I've got this beautiful lake, nice and calm. Settings wise, we are looking at son of a paddle boarder. This is my life right now. Oh yeah, they're definitely stopping right there. Even a 10-second exposure is not going to help this. And we're waiting. So while we're waiting, it is probably the last night for Tetons. We are at a very popular lake, which I was again told that there would be nobody here. So I feel slightly deceived. I feel a little hurt. And to add insult to injury, a beautiful bald eagle just flew right over our heads. And then to add even more insult to injury, my 500 is right there. Like, I brought it, and I'm ready, and I'm waiting. Except that I wasn't ready. So the goal here is, you guys can probably see this composition. We're going to have a slight friendly debate. I'm going to try both, but I'm shooting wider. I'm at 24-ish. I wanted this rock there in the foreground, and then a little bit of reflection and some light on those mountains right there. But Substitute Camera Guy, in his infinite wisdom, has insisted that like 50 mil is probably superior. I mean, I'm going to listen to him, but I will, because I trust him with my life and my camera. That's what he says. So let me know what you think. If you like a wider shot with something in the foreground, or if you like a tighter shot with a little more compression and some mountains and still enough reflection. Obviously, I'm just recording this right now, and that's not going to be a final shot. I should probably take a quick shot though before I lose some light. 8 seconds, f11, 100 ISO. I've got my free well on there. 7 stop. It's a 3 to 7 stop ND with a circular polarizer built in. I don't have the polarizer engaged because I don't actually want to cut the glare on the rock. Because the rock and all this stuff is what's giving me the reflection. So I don't want to cut that glare. But it is at 7 stops, which is what's giving me the 8 seconds. That's smoothing that water out, and I'm kind of appreciating it. Also, I think the water would be a little calmer if there were less traffic. So now we're just going to wait, and I'm going to take some shots, and let me know which one you like, if you like a tighter or a wider shot at this location. Alright, well, back in the studio, like I said in the previous videos for this entire trip, not having Camera Lady there really messed with my ability to complete a narrative out in field. So we're just gonna wrap it up in here, and I just had a couple of quick things that I wanted to mention. I guess the moral of the story here for this episode is, like, in the morning when I was out there at Schwabacher's, I almost missed a lot of good shots because I was looking for the perfect shot. And in a case like Schwabacher's, and in a case like anywhere where you go that's like super famous, you're always going to have those people that like just come up, they know the shot that they want, they've seen it online, Delicate Arch or the Grand Canyon, or Schwabacher's Landing, these kind of things. They're all really classic, and they're all really popular online, and it's natural to want those shots, and I wanted them too.
And you're always going to see people just like running up there and then going and grabbing that shot and then leaving. But generally speaking, I think there's probably a lot more to these areas than just the perfect shot, the famous shot. And in the case of like, this morning with the Sunstar shots, and I know that they're not going to win any awards and all that, but I think they go really well if I were to ever put them into a book, or if I were to print them side by side, or, put them in a carousel on Instagram, whatever it's going to be. I think if they live together, it's going to kind of showcase a little bit better of a story, a little bit better of a narrative. And then in my case, if you throw in some of the wildlife in there too, like I think that's great, showcasing the birds that were in that area that morning, and just the different perspectives of the river and the mountains and everything. So the point is, just don't overlook that kind of stuff, and get your shot, and then maybe spend a minute or two, take your camera off the tripod and walk around and look for things. You might be surprised with what you might find. And then lastly, for the evening shot, same deal. Like that's an area it's popular. There are certain type of shots that you can get there that everybody knows about, but just looking around and trying those different perspectives, like I did. So I did this one first. I didn't show this one yet, and I wasn't going to show this one, but I did this one first, and it's a regular wide shot, 16 by 9. I cropped it to 16 by 9, and I like it, but I think it's still got a little too much height to it. So I cropped it to this. Then I did this as a 21 by 9. But then I lost some of the stuff in the foreground that I wanted to keep, like the rock and that stick and stuff. So then I took a 21 by 9 blank canvas and I put this in there and I squished it down just ever so slightly, so that it fit in the 21 by 9 aspect ratio, because I really like that forced pano 21 by 9 aspect, but I didn't want to lose that foreground. So stuff like that. I mean, that's like 3 or 4 different shots, and then I could crop any of those in any way that I want. And then of course I did zoom in and get that shot that Substitute Camera Guy suggested, the tighter shot. And while personally I don't think I could say, I don't know, I do actually think I like the wider one better, but I don't dislike the tighter one. And I think again, it really goes to add that into your group of shots from that area and tell that story through different focal lengths. And I think that then makes it really nice and really complete. All right, well, that's all I've got for this one. So let me know what you think, which one of those you liked. Hit that like button for me if you're enjoying the content. If you haven't subscribed yet, then definitely check out that subscribe button also, because I've got a lot of good stuff. I think I've got 1 or 2 more episodes possibly from the Tetons and Yellowstone from this last trip. I'll be back out there again in late September for my creative meetup that I'm helping run. And I'm also, hopefully, I'm going to try to vlog a little bit, although that one's a little bit more workish. So we'll see what happens. And if you're really liking what I'm doing, you're picking up what I'm putting down, and you want to help support the channel, you can check out the Patreon down below, channel memberships, workshops, all that kind of great stuff. For the Patreon, if you're watching this anytime soon, relatively soon from when it's released, we do have an upcoming image critique, so for the end of August. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff and you want a little more interaction with me, check out the Patreon. It's the best way to help the channel, and I really appreciate it. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.